Periva Sharanam, Deivathin Kural, Book 6. Ella Margatthilum Jnana Anubhavam, Attainment of Gnaana through different approaches. What is this? He neither goes anywhere close to the Kundalini yogic methods, nor does he let us get anywhere near it. Then how can we ever get such wonderful experiences? At the least, he could refrain from talking about such things, isn't it? I know that some of you are thinking on those lines. Let me answer those doubts. There is no such compulsion that one has to go only by Kundalini path. Whatever the Upasana path one may adopt, as per the direction of one's own Guru, with sincerity, trust, concentration, dedication, and total faith, whatever the benefits from one path will also be available from the other paths. For example, whatever the inhalation, exhalation, and retention of breath is supposed to be done, without our noticing it, it will automatically happen as required. At further higher levels, when we are one with the very aim of our efforts, the breath may just stop as kumbhaka, that is retained inside without any inhalation or exhalation. When we are normally attending to our daily activities, the breath may be noticed to be through the left nostril. But when we are having darshan in a temple or in the presence of a Mahatma, the breath will be through the right nostril. At further higher levels, there will be parity and balance between the right and the left nostrils. At still higher levels, the breathing will come to a virtual standstill without any harm to the body. Such natural changes will take place without any participation by the devotee aspirant. Even in normal day-to-day life, when overwhelmed by some extremely good news, don't we experience a few seconds of breathlessness? Do we not say in Tamil, Uchik kulirundu pochu? What we mean is that we are feeling a sense of sudden coolness in the head. That happens because of an experience of an infinitesimal bit of the Amrita Bindu felt in our nerve ends. The Bhakti Marga, that is the path of devotion to, takes you right there to the zenith. This we can say with authority because the experience of Tirujnana Sambandar, as he says at the start of Namah Shivaya Tiruppadigam, Kadalagi Kasindu Kannir Malgi, has been equally available to even people who did not necessarily go through the Kundalini path. I'm talking about so many famous devotees and mystics who have experienced the same oneness that Jnana Sambandar glorifies, which he calls devotion overflowing in tears. Be it the devotees of Shiva known as Nayanamars, devotees of Vishnu known as Alvars, devotees of God in whichever form from any part of India, be it mystics from Christianity or Judaism or Sufism, which is an offshoot of Islam, they have all had the same flashes of understanding and comprehension, regardless of differences in culture, language, religion, or even method of worship. This reveals in their poetry and literature. Is it a yoga anubhava or jnana anubhava or a prema anubhava? When we are trying to define the indefinable, when we are trying to draw the parameters of infinity into the confines of words, we end up calling it so many names as Rama, Krishna, Allah, Christ, Vittal, or Jehovah, or bringing in the gender difference as Kameshwara and Kameshwari. That is also the reason why all these divinities have had international followership. So the experiencing of divinity, of the oneness at one and the same time, could be seen as yoga, jnana, prema, advaita anubhava, and ananda. The intrinsic experience is one and the same, while the differences are in the words of explanation. Here I must talk about the prema anubhava. When we refer to the Mula Tattva, that is the primordial principle, as Ichcha Shakti or as Kameshwara and Kameshwari, it is a very subtle and purest form of love between Shiva and Shakti. As a guru and a sannyasi, though even saying a little bit about it seems to be out of place, there is nothing wrong in fact. There is a basic peaceful truth of existence with which the power of desire, knowledge and action, what we call Ichha Shakti, Jnana Shakti and Kriya Shakti, are inalienably entwined, which is symbolically indicated as Shakti and Shivam. The intent is to say that there is nothing wrong or untoward to talk about the prema anubhavam here, even from a sannyasi's point of view, because it is all about the purest form of love that so many Mahans have experienced towards the Supreme Divine. And that is why those Mahans have left notes or experiences of that pleasure such that others may also receive or partake the experience, at least by reading and learning therefrom, which is expressed in Tamil as Yam Petru Peru Peruga Ivvaiyagam. Periva Sharanam.